time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah? Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome into yet another edition of your show. I couldn't believe it. Apparently, episode 250 episodes of this very show went down yesterday, making this one 251. I highly recommend you take a little peeksy-poo at episode 250. We inadvertently had a huge milestone moment to celebrate 250 as the reason for the all the way around table that we do each and every Wednesday, coach number one, was in Saskatoon. We started the show thinking he was still in Australia, and he walked right on the set, and it's the second time we've ever done this episode when I was absolutely speechless. Didn't know what to do. It was incredible. So thank you again to coach number one, a.k.a. Adrian the Canadian, who was in town and was live for his first ever in-house all the way around table. It was so much fun. That was how we celebrated 250. And we're celebrating 251 again with an absolutely incredible show like we always bring to you. My name is Gary. I am your busty host, still very overweight. And this show, as far as we know, is still the only one on the internet, originating from Saskatoon, 4 to 5 p.m. live, Monday to Friday, rain or shine, snow or super hot temperatures, whatever it is, we've overcome it all here to come live to you. Have not missed a single show. And that's so cool because no one else is doing that around here, okay? So that's how you stand out. Do something different and people start to notice. We're so grateful and thankful that you continue to be a huge part of this family and the growth of this incredible network. And it's just so damn awesome to be able to talk about all of our friends now as the family continues to grow. We're going to check in with a bunch of them today, including one of our favorite friends, the five-time gold medal award winning, to quote the great Booker T from wrestling fame. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Maggie Cam. Look at that little snoozy mountain of cuteness. The cute Nami has arrived. Yet again, you can see all of her gold medals there. So proud of her. I was talking to LB here, he's on the ones and twos today, about how she struts around, she shows off, she does her little peacock thing, says, look how cute I am, everybody, and she nuzzles up. But the second the show intro starts, and we think she's actually learned that when she hears the intro, it's time to get on the bed. That's about the only thing that makes sense, because I'm always like, well, she's not going to make it today. The intro hits, and she hits her spot. And then she knows it's nap time. Absolutely beautiful. The Maggie Cam, always for our incredible friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. When you walk through those majestic doors over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, you're greeted by Margaret's beautiful boyfriend, Leroy. Leroy, also a meeting dog. That's how they met. Leroy walks up to the till. You say hi to Mike and or Rochelle, and they will guide you through your incredible shopping experience, okay? Whether you start with the buckle up leashes, brand new, with matching collars. They're there for you. They also have all the leashes and collars you can handle for all the different sizes of animals. They got those poop picking up tools that you'll probably need right about now. They also have a cleaning station, which you'll probably need right around now for your pets. The best one in the city, right in the back, and that's located right next to all of the fridges they have along the back wall with all the raw food inside there if you're looking to get your animal into the raw food diet. They have all the dry foods as well. They got all the toys, all the treats, and so much more. They got the outfits in there. Everything you need for your pet is there. Okay, and they're also open after hours and on weekends thanks to Kirsten, Shar, and Chris. I'm telling you, there's a reason we talk so highly of our friends at Pet Planet on 8th Street. Everyone here in this family, we all go there, and they take such incredible care of us. That could be you too, all right? So be sure to go by, check them out, and say hello, as they're another member of this family doing really good things. And we always say, if you do good things, they'll start happening to you. And that's what's happening with our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, as Margaret slowly drifts off to puppy dreamland. Okay, so today, a lot going on. The Masters. Ooh-wee. If you were lucky enough to get in on a Masters pool, congratulations, because they're always very fun. We actually had one here last year. Sasko still needs to pick up his shirt that we have waiting for him. He was our winner of the draft last year. We didn't put one together this year. I was offered to go into one with our buddy Pistol Pete, but the entry fee was $250. I'm like, $250, hey? It's like, well, I could afford. We were talking with the Seahawks, stuck around for a little bit last night, and our buddy Benji came over. And we said, if we can get 2 more guys, we could probably afford to put together one team. Just everyone put in $50, and we were going to think of doing that, but it was too late, obviously. So we couldn't get in on the action, but the rich guys are really riding it out. So whoever you got your money on today, I hope they're doing well. Justin Rose, your current leader right now, 7 under. Unbelievable. And then you got the big names, okay? Scotty Scheffler, doing Scotty Scheffler things, sitting at 4 under on the day-to-day, shot a 68. Canadian Corey Connors. Corey Connors. Yeah, that guy. Canadian. So fun. He also finished at 4 under today, the same as Scheffler. Pretty cool there. As well, Bryson DeChambeau, another big name. He's at 2 under right now through, I think it's 15. And a couple other big names doing their thing. Rory McIlroy was up there with the boys, but he just had a little falling out. So very interesting day one at Masters as well. Stuff the Bus, our friends over at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center doing their thing over at the Co-op at Center Mall. If you're on your way home today at any point, please think about stopping by and making either a monetary donation or a food donation. They also have those pre-made bags with the most needed items inside the Co-op that you can purchase and then donate. All of it going to an incredible cause. Our friends, Laurie's there all day, our good buddy, Executive Director Laurie O'Connor, as well our friends Deb and Garnet and Aaron, everyone over at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center working hard today, as well as our friends at Rock 102 have been on the air all day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and a lot of really cool things going on there as they get to talk to all the people that are donating. Brooksy also working with the friends at Rock 102 doing some social media stuff. Dragon running around as well. A lot of fun as we're helping out this beautiful city with our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center, as well as Rock 102 and everyone else involved, our friends at the Co-op at the Center Mall. So that goes till 6 p.m. tonight. So on your way home, again, a great idea to get that karma up. Do a good thing. Have good things happen to you. This is the time when that need rises up for our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. May, they have the citywide food drive as we try to fill up and stock up the warehouse for the summertime. So we'll be working again with that, talking with our friends over at the Food Bank and Learning Center. Lori will probably come by again. We'll have a little talk and talk about the importance and how much is needed for our city. Okay, we have to help each other, and this is how we do it. So all the love to our friends out there continuing to raise money and food at the Saskatoon, or at the Co-op at Center Mall for the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. The Stuff the Bus campaign, another one going on right now till 6 p.m. tonight. We'll keep reminding you as we flow in and out throughout this show. First things first, we're talking about all of our friends that are a part of this family now. And Thursdays became established as the day we talk about video games and local sports. And ladies and gentlemen, it's all because of this guy right here. Take it away, LB. Ladies and gentlemen, your Thursday can commence because
That's right.
CTV's Matt Young is in the house.
Hey, all
looking
right, good to be here.
fantastic. I just looked up and I said, boy, we're really yinging and yanging today. You're clean cut. You look fantastic, ready for the TV. I look like we just dragged me out of bed.
I wish I had your stuff. Maybe we could switch one day.
That'd be good.
You know, you can go do my job. I'll go do your job, and you can come in on a Thursday.
Could you imagine the chaos that would happen?
It'd be
man,
great.
oh man. I thought, it's so nice. I was like, I'm going to take a nice, long, warm shower and wash my hair.
And now you're all warm.
I've been sweating.
Oh,
That was like an
man.
hour ago, and I'm still like, what have I done? And as you can see, I'm trying to air it out. I got the hair going. It's like, I got to dry it off.
Oh,
you
man.
look great, buddy.
Well, hey, good to be here.
Love it.
And by the way, it's warm outside. Finally. Man, after that
Yes.
snow we got last week. So it looks like we'll finally get some April showers soon, which is good. We want showers.
Get
We don't
that
need
moisture
snow
out
anymore.
there, right?
That's right. Helps start to make the grass look a little green as the snow melts. So that's good.
And our farming brothers and
There
sisters
you
always
go.
need
They
that
need
moisture.
it too, 100%,
That's right.
100%. So that's good. We're going to talk a little. We like to talk video games and local sports because I'm into video games and local sports, and a lot of people in Saskatoon are into video games and local sports. So
Hell yeah.
Now we've been talking about last couple of weeks. We did a demonstration on how you can restore the color
So
of your
cool.
Nintendo controllers. Well, I thought today we would kind of go back to what we did a number of weeks ago because there are some really big video game anniversaries that I think we're going to celebrate, right?
I love how you've been
Happy
integrating this into it.
birthday
To
to
video
video games.
games.
Yes.
Crushing
So we're going to start with the first one here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the value of some of these video games
here we
because
go.
back when you shopped at, remember like Woolco and Buy Right, and what was there way back in the 80s and 90s? I mean, I think even Sears for a little while might have sold
Sears,
video
the
games.
Bay. My grandma always used to take me to the mall, and we go
and
through
then
there.
you'd have like Zellers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, some of these games, if you thought they were expensive at $60 at Woolco, they're really expensive now, especially if they're brand new.
Oh, yeah.
So let's start the birthday celebration. I don't have a cake today, but we got the next best thing, and you're gonna see the games coming up on the screen here. And the first one is NES Soccer. There you go.
Now this is a fun game.
This is a great game.
Great game, great song.
So you had a whole bunch of NES games back then. You had NES Golf, you had NES Soccer, you had a bunch of them.
Volleyball.
You had volleyball.
Played that one a lot.
So this game was released in 1987. That's almost 40 years ago.
That's so crazy to think about. Hey,
described at the time as having state-of-the-art graphics.
I can see that.
And you would see it once in a while on your table arcades. Remember the table arcades that they had back then?
I got one right there.
There you
machine.
go.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we'll have to maybe install it, find a way to put it on there.
It works, baby. We can maybe top down it. That would be really fun. That'd be a good project.
That would be a good project.
We might have to do that.
Keep that one in the back pocket. We're gonna do that one day.
We got all the free plays too. I got
you go.
the little clicker inside there, so whenever you put a quarter in, I just go like that and go and get like 20 credits like that.
Nice.
Very
I love it. Well, this is one of those games you could play now. Brand new, if you were to see this game somewhere on eBay or on Kijiji at Facebook Marketplace, brand new, the game's about $140.
Holy cow.
If you were to find just like a loose cartridge, it's about $12.
Yeah.
So it's not real expensive that way.
It's all about condition,
It's
right?
all about condition, right? And when you're looking at, I think we'll do an episode on this on what to look for at some point in a brand new video game. I'll bring in some sealed copies of some games and we can look at them. So this is NES Soccer, and again, state-of-the-art graphics at the time, and I mean, you know, I think it's great. Lots of hours of fun.
It was a fun game.
It was a
really
fantastic game. So
For its time.
So happy birthday to NES Soccer, 38 years ago this week. It was actually released first in Japan, and then it came out to North America.
Like most of them.
So happy birthday to you. So the next one that we're gonna celebrate. This is a huge classic, and I think you're gonna like this one. How about A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past? That's right.
I was just talking about this game the other day to my buddy.
Really?
It's one of my favorite of all time.
It's awesome. Well, A Legend of Zelda. This is the Super NES version. A sequel to the classic NES hit. Remember we talked about that one a few months ago. So this game was released for the Super Nintendo this week, way back when in the early 90s. And the cool thing is, this game was one of the most popular Super Nintendo games ever sold. Yeah. It was an upgrade for basically and it still holds up today.
It's incredible.
There are tons of people who play this game.
And not only that, the speedrunning community loves it. This game introduced us to the idea of playing a game in two separate worlds within the same thing. You had the light world and you had the dark world, and while you're in the light world, you have to go into the dark world, get items to use back in the light world, and you can only get to certain places with the magic mirror. Like, there's so much cool new stuff that came with this game.
And this was Legend of Zelda, and a lot of those Super Nintendo games, I think of Super Mario RPG, they were the first games that really brought sort of this strategy game genre to a level where it was really brought to life.
Yeah, I'm having so many flashbacks right now with this.
Oh,
this game
I know. Many nights up till 3 in the morning. So Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past for Super Nintendo. Now this game's expensive. Yeah. If you want a brand new copy of this game, one that might still be sealed in the package, you're looking at spending over $1,400.
Insanity.
Right? I mean, you bought it back at Zellers for $70, and your mom was like, "This is expensive. Why do we want to spend so
much? Spending all this
now
money
you can go
on
back
you."
to mom and say, "Mom, we made our investment back. Don't worry."
Right.
You just made sure you didn't open it. But if you want, you can find just the cartridge usually for around $40 or $50. So if you want to get a Super Nintendo cartridge game of Zelda, that's what it's going to cost you. But happy birthday to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. A fantastic game on here.
Yeah.
We love that. And then I thought we would dive into the N64. Now, you got a lot of N64 games.
We're loading up around here.
I don't know if you have this one. I kind of glanced when I was on the way in. I didn't see it, but we'll have a look here. I'm just going to press stop there, and then we're going to look. Dr. Mario for Nintendo 64.
We do not have this one for the 64.
Came out on this week in 2001, 24 years ago. Can you believe that?
Man, we still play the Super Nintendo version.
I was in high school back then. Yeah, the Super Nintendo version was still going.
Very good. Oh, yeah.
This was a sequel to that.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. Now, the interesting thing about this game is that it actually had all new multiplayer modes.
Yeah, I see Wario's in there.
So you could have 2 or 4 players play, kind of help each other out,
So
right?
cool.
Work as a team. So that's Dr. Mario Nintendo 64. It was a pretty popular game, sold lots of copies at the time. It had a kind of a story mode intro to it, right?
Yeah.
So there was a bit of a storyline. Now, this game here, if you want to buy one, if you want to buy a copy of this game, and I checked the sites. Now, it's not Mondo expensive. A brand new copy is probably going to go for about $300. Which isn't crazy, right? $300 or $400. A cartridge only is going to cost you about $40-50. So if you want a cartridge version of this, that's the way to go. But if you're one of the diehard collectors who really loves, collecting games and
showing them off,
and have them in that glass display case, that's what it's going to cost you, around $300 or so for a fully sealed copy. So there's Dr. Mario. Ooh. Happy birthday. Did you ever play this game?
Not this one, not on the 64.
Okay, you played the Super Nintendo one.
You betcha.
I played both. I had a Super Nintendo, and then I got a Nintendo 64, and I played this game a bunch, and it was great. Me and my buddy Nathan would play this game for hours. So
lots of fights, I bet. Me and my brother always fought.
Yeah. Try to nudge them a little bit, or make their controller screw up, or something like that.
Sweet little sneaky moves.
Exactly.
I'm with ya.
There you go. So happy birthday to Dr. Mario 64. So this week in 1987. NES Soccer. Of course, then we celebrated Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and why not? And then Dr. Mario 64. 3 great games that I think are fantastic and are like, they're must-haves for your collection if you can get them.
Absolutely, dude.
There
and
you
I'll tell you, Link to the Past, right up there with Ocarina of Time and the original Zelda. Those are my big 3.
Yeah, and I think
I also love Link's Awakening.
Oh, hey,
right
there you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow, you got it. You got it. Yeah, for the Game Boy. Now, I did not play this version.
Oh, man.
It is fun, though.
It came out again for the Switch, I believe it was, and had a full resurgence. Like, everyone couldn't believe that it was already a made game for the Game Boy.
Wow.
So it 2 times had a big run, and it's so much fun.
That is cool. Get that game if you can. That is wild. That is great.
Woo.
Okay, well, that's cool. So that's kind of now. Also, I've always say here's something interesting. A little bit of a sort of a news item that's going around about video games.
Like this?
The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be coming out.
Are you pumped?
I'm pumped. A lot of people are pumped. I'm excited to see sort of the upgrades that it's going to have. It's going to be good. But there's a bit of an issue with the pre-orders.
I've heard something about this. Go ahead, tell us what's happening.
What's going on is pre-orders have been delayed, partly because of the tariff war that everybody's suddenly having, and this could affect pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I don't know if they're looking at raising prices. Let's hope that's not it, because it's already going to be $629.99 in Canada, which is money.
Yeah.
I want to say PlayStation 5 was about that much when it came out. I can't remember. It was around there.
Yeah.
So
it's still around there. I was trying to buy one, waiting for it to come down.
There you go.
Never came down.
And so more information is going to be coming out from Nintendo about the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm excited. I'm hoping to get one. But yes, if you're wondering about what's going on, when you can pre-order it, Nintendo has delayed pre-orders. I don't know how long. And of course, on the Gary Nichols Show, we will keep you updated.
We're always breaking that game
We will
news,
make
baby.
sure that when pre-orders start, you will know for sure. But that's why. Is there's some uncertainty around the economic environment. Let's hope that clears up a little bit. We stop this, and then we can get our video games for when we need it, for what we want it for. Because that Nintendo Switch is going to be exciting.
Very exciting.
And they got Super Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
Which looks super, super cool.
I have no idea what the idea is behind that game, because I've seen like early videos or whatever that come out, and people say it's like an open world game.
Basically, it is.
So you're racing in this open world, but at the same time, like you're going everywhere.
You can go everywhere.
It's very confusing. I'm excited to see how it plays out.
I'm wondering if there's going to be some sort of game within the game.
Yeah, there has
where
to
you
be,
can
right?
go around and like you can race, but then you can also accomplish tasks or just do stuff, kind
Go
of
in
like
quests, sort of.
Mario Party style things, right? So I'm excited. I remember the first Super Mario Kart game. Wow, have we come a long way?
So good, man. Oh man, Super Nintendo, man.
There you go.
So good.
There you go. So that's what's going on with Nintendo Switch, and of course we'll keep you updated on that. Now, local sports.
Here we go.
Lots going on. The Saskatchewan Rush are right now the number 2 seed in the NLL. They're going to host a home playoff game. They're looking really, really good. Get your tickets right now because it's going to be packed.
Party time.
Home playoff games don't come around very often. Only 4 teams in the whole league get to host one.
They were taking it for granted. Remember when like they were going
first started, it was like they were good
used to it. And
exactly.
now we're finally back there.
And now you're finally back there. So you don't know what you have until it's gone.
That's it.
We have it now. It's back. So get your tickets for that because the Saskatchewan Rush are rolling. You know what? A shout out to the Saskatoon Blades. They lost, but you know what? It's still a good season because
Hell of a season.
this was a rebuilding team. They were not even supposed to really get into
You
the
don't
playoffs.
make it to the playoffs when you're in a rebuild.
No, especially in the WHL, which is a lot different than the pros, where you can just sign a player here and there.
Yeah.
So I want to give a shout out to Blades Hockey.
So good.
And the nice thing is that if you can make the playoffs through a rebuild, boy, give it another year or two. And,
You're already ahead of
And
schedule,
I think
man.
you're right.
Yeah.
They're gonna be right back there.
Hell yeah.
So that was great. So hats off to them. And then coming up in May, there's gonna be some court cases on the hard court for the Saskatchewan Rattlers. Don't forget about them.
Absolutely.
And then, are you ready for some
I got
football?
excited. I got ahead of myself there. Yeah, it's coming, man.
That's okay. Training camp's going to start in about a month here at Griffith Stadium
Yes.
there out on the University of Saskatchewan campus. So that'll be going on. So as the weather gets nicer, some sports are going to wrap up. Let's get out there and support the Rush, and then we'll get ready for Rattlers and Riders, and then eventually Hilltops will be coming along as well.
Man, it's starting again.
I love it.
I remember when we first started, we had our 1-year anniversary there last week, and I wanted to be a part of all those local things.
Yeah.
And now, as we've established ourselves,
There you go.
we're planning on having guys at Rider Training Camp.
That's great.
We're planning on having guys at Rush. Like, we're planning
There
to be
you
a part of all
go.
these things. So
There
it's
you
very
go.
cool to see this beautiful, magical place built along with the excitement that we get
There
going into
you
another season
go.
of sports in our city.
Absolutely. No, that's going to be exciting, and I'm pumped up for that. And this is really good, and we'll continue going. I'll be back next Thursday. We'll be talking more video game stuff. We got some cool things lined up, and of course, we'll always have the latest on that and local sports, and get everything going for you every week.
This is why Thursdays are so damn awesome, because of this man right here.
Because of this man right here.
CTV's Matt Young, thank you so much, brother, for giving us some time each and
Yeah.
every week. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Great job today, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
For sure. See you next Thursday.
Just love that guy right there. CTV's Matt Young, best in the biz at what he does. That's how you know it's a Thursday here on your show, Saskatoon's only live show from 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. How cool does that sound, hey? That's your show. So be very proud of that. As we continue here on the Thursday edition, happy Masters Day to you. Bryson DeChambeau, the mad scientist they call him. This is the beauty of the Masters, by the way. Round 1, slowly finishing up here. There was a split in the golf world, right? We all know and we all love the PGA Tour. Well, the LIV Tour came in and said, we want to have our own tour, and they paid everybody a whole bunch of money. And the guys that took all the cake went over there to start playing, but they get to play the Masters. So you got guys like Bryson DeChambeau showing up, and today he is 3 under through 15 right now. He just put on 16. He just was 185 yards out, par 3, put it within about 3 feet. So he's looking at a possible 4 under, rolling into 17. He's chasing your leader, Justin Rose. Scotty Scheffler sitting at -4. Rose, by the way, 7 under par. Canadian Connors. Canadian Connors? That's what we're calling him now. Corey Connors is his real name, but we call him Canadian Connors around here. Finished at 4 under as well, tied for second with Scotty Scheffler. So that's a very, very exciting as the Masters slowly winding down. And some names showing up. Rory McIlroy had a triple, had a very Gary-esque triple bogey a couple of holes ago. So he's back down to 2 under par now. He was sitting pretty for a while. We also have Stuff the Bus going on today up until 6 p.m. tonight over at the Co-op at Center Mall. Rock 102 on location there, taking all your monetary and food donations, trying to stuff that bus and help out all of our friends over at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. One of our favorite people ever, the great Lori O'Connor with the Saskatoon Food Bank. She is the executive director. She is there, and that was one of the highlights when I used to go and do that old Stuff in the Bus move. And the highlight of the day was always going to hang out with Lori. I told her that the first time she came in here. I said, it's so nice to have you back because you're like the best host I've ever worked with. She's so good on the mic. So to Lori and the rest of the team over there, 6 p.m. tonight on your way home today, if you can, stop by, make a monetary or food donation. They have those pre-made bags inside the Co-op at Center Mall, and it's filled with all the most needed items for the food bank at the warehouse. 6 p.m. tonight is when they close that off as we continue to try to stuff the bus and help this city, help our brothers and sisters here, Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center, doing great things, getting ready for the citywide food drive, which will be going on in May. And we'll be supporting that with our friends at the food bank as well. All right. It is live read time. If you really enjoy these live reads, if they give you information that you feel like you really could benefit from, let us know. Okay, we'll give you the email right away, but we're going to give you the read first because I just love these. They're so good. There we go. Why work with Mobley this spring? It's a great question. If you're looking to buy a home, he's got your back, all right? Mobley Arente with TMG, the mortgage group, works with multiple lenders to find the best financing options, even if you're self-employed, have non-traditional income, or face credit challenges. His services are completely free, and he is here for you from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Whether you need refinancing, a mortgage renewal, or just expert advice down the road, he will always be here to help. Okay? That's Mobley Arente. Mortgages made simple. Give him a call or text him at 306-570-5804. See, you get to know the person, you get to know the business, you get to know what he's about. These are all very beneficial things, especially when we're reading them here each and every weekday live on your show, because this has become the voice of Saskatoon. As we roll over to year 2 of operation of the Dufferin Avenue Media Network, our growth has been exponential. Is that the right word? Nailed it. LB's on the ones and twos today. It's been, linear. I knew you'd have a better word for it. Whatever it is, the growth has been awesome, and we're so grateful and so thankful. When we talk here, you listen, and you being Saskatoon, our city, okay? We have people coming up to all of us here. All the members of this family are saying, everywhere they go now, people are saying, oh, I saw this on the show the other day. I saw that. I saw you're talking to this person or doing that thing. If you want to be a part of that, we can help you, okay? It's very easy. All you got to do is just send us a little email. There it is. Look at that. It's even got its own theme song. Goes a little something like this. Just send us an email to contact@dufferinave.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Little tweak at the end. Feeling good. All right? Send the email over. Get in touch with us. We'll come to your business. We'll tell you how we can help. And the whole reason this works so well is because it's affordable. I don't know if you've been around sales at all lately, but it's a tough biz. But when you're doing it the right way and you're doing it affordably, you can do it. And then we're helping you and you're helping us by supporting this place, and we just keep rising up. We keep rising up together. That's the beauty of this little dream that we've started here, all right? So send that email on over. Let us know what's going on. Wrong way. I'm going to send this guy out. Get out of here, you little email. 1, 2, 3, see ya. That was a really good one there, too. As well, we got a website. Look at that, dufferinave.com. Our buddy Royal Anders created that one. It's super streamlined, not busy at all. I know this because I told him. I said, I just want a website that's easy to navigate. And that's what this is. So be sure to check that out as well. As I say, see you later, that one. As we continue here on the Thursday edition of your show, we got another little tape to roll for you. And this is very cool. We had our sort of first big, it's not even a big get. It's like a big maneuver, a big, I don't know, what would you call it, LB? Opportunity? Yeah, first big opportunity for the top show on the network, The Viewing Room, starring Ethan and Adam. It's supposed to be Adam and Ethan. I like to say Ethan's name first, a.k.a. Dragon. It's Dragon and LB. And they reached out to our friends over at the Dakota Dunes Casino. Nickel Plumbing was just there the other day, by the way, servicing all their rooftop units out there. So thank you to our friends at Nickel Plumbing. Best plumbing business in the universe. Check them out. Our friends at the Dakota Dunes responded to Dragon, who was seeing if we could go out there and do a little filming for an episode of The Viewing Room. and our friends Nancy and Marcella, I believe, Marcia, got back to us, got it all set up, and then we were out there this past Monday, just a couple days ago. And I'll tell you, besides Vegas, I'd never been in a casino in the morning before, right when it opened 9 o'clock. It was weird. I told the boys, I don't know what to do with myself because I've never been sober in a casino, let alone in the morning. So I was very discombobulated. But once we got set up, it was all good, and the boys took it to the house. Now, the episode will be releasing. Did we confirm next week now? So every Tuesday, there's a new episode of The Viewing Room, and this one is going to be very, very special. And I told LB, I said, you know what? We got some time today. Why don't you put together a little highlight reel of this episode to give people a little taste of what it's going to be like? And here is what he came up with.
Welcome to The Viewing Room, where we talk about films new and old, local and global. Adam, we're at a pretty special place today, hey?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Well, as you look around and notice behind us, we are at Dakota Dunes Casino and Resorts here in Whitecap, Saskatchewan. This is a pretty special episode.
Yeah, this is our first on-location, exciting, kind of new thing we're doing,
And here's the thing. This has been in the works for quite a while.
Yes.
It all started when I had this idea. Maybe it came to me in a dream. I don't know. It's very mystic, actually.
Yeah.
But I kind of decided that, hey, maybe we should go onto location and talk about a movie kind of like that location we're at. So we're at the casino. As you've probably seen by the title, we are doing Ocean's 11.
About the only choice. I mean, it's one of the best casino movies ever.
Yeah, you could make some argues about other movies, but I mean, come on. This kind of felt like the most natural
it's
progression.
Iconic too, it's an iconic movie.
Yeah,
so.
Not going to go through the cast. That's redundant.
I wrote down the whole cast. I took notes today.
Yeah,
This is.
That's how special this episode
right?
is this man took notes, which is very impressive. So, talk about our cast. We got George Clooney, who plays Danny Ocean.
Yep.
We got Brad Pitt, who plays Rusty, and Matt Damon, who plays Linus. Those are our three main characters.
Casey Affleck is also in this.
Casey Affleck's in
brother.
it. Yeah, there's a lot of
and
people.
Don Cheadle plays
Don
Bastion,
Cheadle.
but he was uncredited in this one.
He was uncredited.
I was reading. He was uncredited in this one because there was a dispute about who was going where in the title. He was credited in Oceans 12 and 13, but not in 11.
Yeah, very interesting how he came back for the sequels credited. But yeah, he was not, and that's a great fact that I had to share, but you beat me to the punch.
Yeah,
no.
See what happens when I take notes.
I know, this is throwing me off my game today. I'm like, whoa, I should have done double the preparation, I feel like. I'm going to read a synopsis here, and then we'll get into it.
Now I want a McDonald's breakfast sandwich. I told you, these TVs, these massive TVs in front of us are going to be a distraction.
They're too big, too great. The advertising's too perfect.
Yeah.
We're going to be winning so much.
Hey, I mean, you never know. You never know. You've had pretty good luck at this casino, so maybe it's something in the air here, Maybe it's this casino.
Yeah. A lot of hands of blackjack have gone down here. Family tradition, perhaps. We have a whole team of people who are very, there's a very specific set of skills.
Yes, very specific. I saw a video of Seth MacFarlane doing that monologue in Kermit's voice.
Oh man,
it was so funny.
Miss Piggy, I have a very specific set of skills with very highly intelligent people who are going to... Actually, the number one Letterboxd comment is called the ultimate male fantasy movie.
No, I would not say that it is the ultimate male fantasy. I mean, as much as it might not be pulling off a crazy heist and stealing the guy's girl at the same time,
That has a little bit of a nice
there's a little bit of
it.
fantasy to there,
Yeah,
but we'll be honest, let's be honest.
Which is actually how I describe tax season.
Yeah, well, that was your tax season. Mine was about almost opposite of yours, actually.
Yeah, Mr. Owing Money. Oof. Couldn't be me.
I love the scene where he's talking to his parole officer on the phone, and he's like, no, sir, I haven't been getting into trouble. No, sir, I haven't been drinking. No, I wouldn't even dream of leaving the state. The next scene, he's in Las Vegas. That's just the kind of writing in this. It's just snappy and then well acted.
Yeah, exactly. Danny gets thrown into a room because Terry gets someone to beat him up, basically, because he thinks something fishy's going on, so he's just going to beat him up and shake him up a little bit, try to get the truth out. But the guy's actually on Danny's payroll, and so he doesn't actually
how's the wife? How's the kids? How's the wife? She's pregnant again. That's such a good line, right? Just a way of establishing that background relationship with we don't need to spend any more time than that one line on it, and you already know they have prior friendship.
I mean, you kind of have to really look for them. I
for sure. Like I said,
glaringly obvious or bad.
That's not a first or even a second watch thing. That's like, third, fourth, fifth watch. Great tunes, must say, here at the Dakota Dunes Casino.
Yeah, we got some Rick Astley
in the background.
Yeah.
This would be a perfect opportunity for me to rickroll you guys, but I'm not going to do that because I'm a good person. All right, let's go.
I'm telling you, best in the biz, baby. The Viewing Room, new episode Tuesday, shot inside the Dakota Dunes Casino. Even a little Rick roll in there for the gang, hey? He said he wasn't going to do it, and then look what he does. Very, very humorous. We're going to call him out now, as it is time for us to hit the home stretch here on the Thursday edition of your show. You just saw him. You know him as the face that not only runs the place, but built the place. You know him as every single important job that's needed to be done in this building. He's the guy. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, his name is LB. Oh, you had to get the transition in there too. I love that so much. I'm going to go ahead and call that one the circle transition. Was it circle? Or do you even know? Or do you just go fancy?
All over.
Guy gets a new haircut. He's all discombobulated.
There's no names on them. It's just shapes.
Oh, okay.
In the menu, but
So
I
would be
did
circle.
invert it, so something fancy.
Upside down circles.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Dude, first and foremost, great job today. Like, you're crushing it like you always do. How much fun did we have?
You're the one who put all the work in, really.
Yeah, I did so much. All I've been doing, to be honest, I've spent over 7 hours now today trying to get taxes ready to go.
Yeah, I walked in and oh boy, was that
You've never seen a guy struggle.
No, it's not pleasant. I mean, like, and I have the same thing when I'm trying to deal with my taxes. It's
You try to make it feel a little better by saying it could always be worse.
No. I just mean both of us struggle with it.
That's what
we
it is.
both have people behind us who know what they're doing and are trying to help us do it, but
so
neither of us really know what we're doing. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you walk, like for instance, he walked into the tooth booth today. Shout out to Dr. Funkhauser and Associates, aka Dr. Hausman Associates. I should be saying the proper name. The Big Tooth on 2nd Ave. Be sure to check them out, as he made a lovely donation that turned into this amazing tooth booth where we do all of our production and our audio book recording and so much more. When you walked in, I had my SaskTel bills open. I had my City of Saskatoon bills open. I had my email open. I had my bank account open. I had my other email open. And then I had the Drive credit card open, and I was trying to get invoice numbers along with dates paid, things received. Like, it was just insanity.
Yes.
And that was the day all day today. So thank you for picking it up while I was just going through it. Anyway, enough of the sad stuff. Let's get to the fun stuff. How amazing was the Dakota Dunes Casino?
Oh, I mean, it was so fun. I haven't been out there because, I
That's
just
what I'm
turned
saying.
19
This
a
is
few
your
months
first
ago,
time.
right?
That was the big joke when we got in there.
Yeah, no, it was kind of
fresh.
funny. They just were leading us back, and you're like, yeah, it's his first time. And the lady was like, he is 19, right? Like,
Just turned.
yeah, right?
Yes, sir.
It was all legal. So, no, it was a lot of fun. And I mean, I have nothing to compare it to because, of course, that's the only time I've been in a casino. So
I was like, I was trying to remember my first experience. It probably would have been the Emerald Casino in Prairieland.
Okay.
Way, way back. That was the casino in town here before they moved out to Dakota Dunes. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we were underage. I'm not going to move my lips so no one can tell what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure we may have got in there a little bit easier. Things used to be a little more lackadaisical back then. And I remember just walking in and just being, it was like I stopped in my tracks. You see all the exciting dingers going off, then you see people cheering over at all the tables, and then you see like a place to eat and drink. And I just remember myself being like, man, this is the coolest place I've ever been in my life. And that's probably where all the gambling problems started. But luckily, you're no longer dealing with that because if you don't have any money, then you can't gamble.
Yeah.
That's the good thing.
Yeah.
So your thoughts when you walked in, was it ever like in your head, did you have sort of an idea just from seeing like videos and movies and stuff?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, like Ocean's 11 is a perfect example of it. You see a lot of casino, right? And they filmed it in the casino. But, you always think, okay, well, that's like the fancy casinos in Vegas, right? Ours are going to be a little less, and then you walk in, it's like, no, like this is this is on par. The only thing that's missing is the size, but that's because it's Vegas, right?
And that's the beauty of the dunes. That was the game changer.
Yeah.
Because the Emerald was just...
And
like,
actually, I was still shocked at how big it was. Yeah. Like when Cora was showing us around, like
you
I
kept
was
going down. It would never used to be like that. Those have all been added on since. And they keep adding. That's why I'm talking about Nickel Plumbing doing all the work on the roof. 27 different rooftop units they got there. Which is nuts.
Well, and then there's like a whole addition, like Dragon was telling us. There's like a spa.
The spa coming in. They got the hotel.
And,
and like state-of-the-art spa going out there along with like one of the best courses, and not just in our province, but in all of Canada.
I guess running a casino is profitable.
Yeah. It's funny how it's not just a saying when you say the house always wins.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, but looking at those big Vegas ones, like you say, and then once the dunes came here, it was such a change because the Emerald Casino was where Sports on Tap is now.
Yeah.
And it looked like exact same. Like it didn't look like a casino because it was just a big square building. You just had all these things set up. And then you go out there and all of a sudden, not only do you have these dedicated giant machines that we never got before, like all the cool machines from Vegas are here, but as well, they got a smoking room out there. And I was trying to tell the boys, like, guys, you have no idea how cool it is to be able to just have a cigarette and spin some dingers, and then...
Well, and then Dragon was telling us in Vegas, it's the exact opposite. The whole casino is smoking, and there's a non-smoking room.
They're having a lot of issues with trying to do the back and forth.
Yeah.
All right, we're trying to eliminate smoking, but the whole reason people come to Vegas to gamble is because you can smoke while you're gambling. So it's like, if you're at a table, you can smoke, but if you get up and walk around, no smoking. It's very weird. But Dragon also had a sweet line about how, man, back when I smoked, like all I'd have to do is just walk to the back and then walk back out. It's like I had like 3 smokes in one. He's like, you're coming here, that's so satisfied. I was like, it is so awesome. But from there to the tables, and then you have the lounge and the bar, and then you go down more. It's like we haven't had something like that. So for that to be your first one, and especially in this province, like I was so excited for you.
Well,
because
we've got some more ideas. Like we missed out on it when we were talking to Uncle Mike, and we were telling him what we were doing, and he's like, "Have you guys done Fight Club?" And we're like, "Yeah, we did." He's like, "Oh, well, you should have come and done it in the store because, of course, natural
Soap
products. He makes soap.
That's it.
It's the perfect
Right here. Check them out. Damn 20 promo code. Still going. 20% off anything you order online. Very, very cool. And then we try to figure out what other places had soaps, that you could do? Or movies, not places, movies with soap involved.
Yeah, movies with soap. Like, not as that central to the plot, right?
Exactly.
So I don't know.
We missed out on that one. But
I think we've got a few more ideas for where we can go, and
if
you have a place, then
you can say it. Tell them.
If you have, I don't know. That's all.
I thought you were gonna say let them know.
Yeah, sure.
Send them an email.
We have a website or an email or whatever it is.
Here,
we also have an Instagram.
Oh,
specifically for viewing room,
viewing room
__ on Instagram.
Yeah,
I think
very cool.
I don't know. I don't use Instagram. That's Ethan's department.
You sound like me. Yeah, it's very exciting. That was one of the biggest takeaways was, because we didn't really know for sure if this would work out good or how it would all go.
Yeah.
And the finished product now, having seen, like you just saw some very good clips from it, very cool to have or to film in an environment that is based around the movie you're reviewing. It adds so many layers to it.
I feel like we're just more into it, right? Like also just being on location, like
going out and about.
Anytime you do anything, you get used to it, right? So now we're used to filming here in the studio, and I feel like we're almost getting a little bit lax with it sometimes. But then you go on, and all of a sudden you've got something new and fresh, and it's exciting, and it feels new again.
I just realized right now, because I was gonna say, being fresh is very important. We can't really do that with this show, but we literally built it to be fresh every day because every day is a whole different show.
Yeah, you got
under
different
the same
people
umbrella. It's
and
very
all kinds of things, and
that's how you stay fresh. So going out and recording at different places,
and we're working on moving this show on the road too.
Man, it's such an exciting time here because like the first year was all about establishing and getting everything built up, and then just sort of throwing some dream ideas out there. And now that it's year 2, it's like, okay, I guess it's time to start chasing these dreams now.
Right now, it's okay. Where do we go from here? Right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Like
so grateful.
Yeah,
it's so much fun. As we continue on the Thursday edition of your show, hopefully you're having a fantastic time. Masters Thursday going on right now as Bryson DeChambeau about to give back that beautiful birdie he just had on 15. Yeah, he almost did. He almost chipped in.
Almost.
Crazy. He's going down -3 again. Scotty Scheffler sitting at 4 under par along with Canadian Connors. We're calling him now instead of Corey Connors. Justin Rose, your leader, in at a 65, which looks like a 7 under par on the scorecard.
Where is the Masters this year?
Every single year. It's in Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, this course, like it's one of the very few courses that never, or tournaments that never moves. Right. And it goes all the way back because this course is majestic. This is, and when people talk about golf courses, routinely, this one's way, way up there. They got Amen Corner. It's like a 3-hole sort of road you go through that just eats people alive. And they have cameras dedicated to each hole, and they have cameras dedicated like each golfer if you want.
Yeah.
But
I remember,
beautiful Augusta, Georgia.
I remember learning about some of the technical stuff behind golf.
It's crazy.
Because I was
So crazy.
doing a tour of the Telemiracle broadcast.
Nice.
And
Love
the
them.
same guy who had done that had worked on some golf stuff, and he was telling us, like, you know, the literal miles of cable that they're running. Because, like, you know, when you think about a football stadium, right, it's already all wired in, or it's a relatively small area compared to a golf course. But when you think about a golf course, you've got cameras, you know, for literal miles.
And not just that, like you can tell, this is probably drone, hey? Like they got drone
yeah.
footage all over the place, and they're always tweaking the course too. So they're taking like trees out and adding trees, and they called it tiger proofing years ago because he was so good that they started moving tee boxes back like 200 yards because Tiger was driving everything, you know? So they're always moving and shaking. And yeah, it's just, it's that time of year. It's a sign of spring too. When the Masters hits, you know, okay, it's springtime. So that's going on as well. Still about an hour and 20 minutes-ish, give or take a little bit, to stop by the Co-op at Center Mall for the Stuff the Bus campaign going until 6 p.m. tonight. On your way home, feel free to stop by and make a monetary donation, or maybe make a food donation, or get one of the pre-packed, pre-made bags inside the Co-op at Center Mall filled with the most needed items for the Saskatoon.
And those are their year-round
Bank
too.
Learning
Like,
Center.
you don't need to just do it now.
Yeah.
Those are there year-round as
And
well. So.
this is the day we really spotlight it, because and again, the turning of the season turns into, okay, now all the food we raised in wintertime and stuffed the warehouse with is running out. So this is sort of the kickoff to the citywide food drive, which actually kicks off in May. So they fill up big with Stuff the Bus, and then we continue with that momentum. So
I used to volunteer for that every year.
It's awesome.
Because we would get one of the routes, and it was always fun for me because I was, you know, a kid. And so, you know, when parents would just be the one driving, and I'd just be running alongside the van, getting the van, or getting the bags.
In and out, load it up. Yeah, so many people doing such incredible stuff. Thank you again to our friends at Rock 102 as well, who have been on location all day, making sure that bus gets stuffed. Those are the two big things going on this Thursday. I did want to talk to you real quick because our good buddy from CTV, the great Matt Young, had mentioned it a little bit earlier. Rider training camp.
Yes.
It's coming up, dude. You are our rider insider. Can we talk more about our idea with the rider going forward, or we still want to leave it a little bit mysterious?
Well, we've got a show planned. We've got a show planned.
This is your baby, so
sort of similar
to
to what we did for the Super Bowl watch party, except hopefully a little bit more refined, because that was kind of just a test, you know, kind of proof of concept. So I think between that and the Oscars, we kind of have an idea of what we're looking at. So I think we'll have something like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, man. What's it? Second week of May.
Yes, second week of May. It's the training camp kicks off.
Training camp at Griffiths. Yep, and we will not be accredited because we are not real journalists. We are fans. You are a fan of the team, so you will sit with the people as a fan of the team, and you will get your notes, and you will do post games here for us on your show. And I'm very excited for that as we sort of lean into a little bit of the rider fandom going on in this incredible city and province of ours, as we love the Riders, you especially. Coach Mazer and I have been saying we want to be CFL guys this year. This is the year we want to get right into the Riders.
We got to get Mazer on a CFL draft or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his.
That's right. That's what we want to do.
So we got to do that.
He's our draft specialist.
Yes.
And I've never done a CFL draft before. I know a bunch of people who do. The great Jamie and I, my man Eyeballs, the leader of the Green Zone. He's always doing one, and I talk to him about it every now and then. It's like, man, what's it like compared to the NFL fantasies? It's like it's night and day, because like just the amount of players alone that you're picking, like, it's so different. So I'm excited to delve into that a little bit and see how that all goes. Are you at all prepared to make a prediction for the Riders today? What do they call them? The way too early prediction for your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Because you just told me something that blew my mind, and this is why I wanted to bring this up. You were saying that Trevor Harris played last year with like half an MCL. Is that right? Something like that?
ACL and MCL.
Oh, boy.
So you remember how he missed like a half a dozen games there early in the season?
Still finished one of the best quarterbacks,
and
by the way.
he still did really well. Yeah. Like, we were all impressed, but we're like, oh, he was healthy, and he's healthy. He finished the season healthy, so he has the whole off season. We're ready for this season. And then he comes out a few days ago, and apparently he played most of the 2024 season. I'm assuming it was after that injury with a partially torn ACL. and a mostly torn MCL. And they originally told us it was a sprained MCL.
How do you?
I don't know. I
Right?
don't know, especially without a huge brace. Like,
Yeah, man. Like
like-
that instantly makes me say, okay, that wasn't just a good season.
Yeah.
That was an incredible miracle
Yeah,
season by that
right.
man. If that's true, why
right,
would
and,
nobody
like-
know about
And
this?
you and I are talking about this, and I've had torn ACL
Yes, you
twice.
did. This guy's been injured in every part of his body.
freaking know how you could do that.
Yeah.
Like, especially like
Tell the floor hockey. Tell about the floor hockey example.
Ball hockey. I mean,
Or ball hockey.
yeah, I go out first shift and I'm tweaking it and it's hurting, and then the second shift I dumped it in. It was icing. I was chasing it down, and it ended up not being icing because I got to it in time.
Nice.
In the corner, dump it out backhand in front of the net, and then turn, to twist to look, and just that twisting of my shoulders was enough torque on it and that was with like a fancy custom made brace and everything.
Yeah.
And I still you feel it shifting, and then I'm like, okay, something's wrong. You go back and yeah, your ACL's torn. Like, it's
I don't because I was trying to get you to explain to me how that would affect your performance, because you and I were talking, when you're throwing a football, you're planting and you're twisting.
yeah.
Like your your knees are
Yeah.
torquing all over the place.
Well, that's it, and that's what the ACL is it protects against that torque and that lateral.
yeah, you're saying it's like an
movement.
alarm a little bit. And that's your
Well,
body.
No,
knows.
that's the brace.
Oh, that was the brace. Okay.
Yeah, the ACL is actually what holds the knee bone in place. Like without the torn ACL, like when you feel it go, like I was telling you, you just feel your bones shifting like out of place, and it's not a good feeling at all. Like
You don't gotta tell me that. Just you doing this makes me go, nope, I don't want anything to do
and
with
so
that.
to play a professional football at the level that he did,
Yeah.
with like
Like that could be MOP worthy right there.
I mean,
if you throw that little
yeah.
factor into it.
yeah, and I mean like let's that gives me hope for this season if he can make
Me
an
too, man.
improvement on his game.
Yeah.
And then with all the other things they've been doing around the team, I think it looks good. I mean, last year was a building year, especially with a rookie head coach. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but
What are you saying? Give me a record. How many wins? I don't even need a record. How many wins they can get next year? And keep in mind, this is why I gotta stop saying that. This is why I brought this up. This is why I'm asking you this question. Keep in mind, this is why I brought this up and I'm asking this question. A bunch of experts, a bunch of the pros out there are saying the Riders are coming into this season as the best team in the CFL. They are expecting them to finish in first place. Like numerous outlets saying this.
I that's kind of where I'm feeling that, but I don't want to get ahead, right? I don't want to jinx it,
Yeah.
and I don't want to look like an idiot later on. Because
Dude,
it's the Riders we're
I
talking
do
about.
it all
Let's
the
be real.
time. Trust me. You
Let's
get
be
used to it
real.
after a while. It's fun.
I'm gonna say let's say 12 wins.
That's what I was thinking too.
12 wins.
12 wins. That should be enough to finish first place, get you a couple home playoff games. And I guess it wouldn't even be because you get the bye first and then one home playoff game, and then you're going to the show, going to the dance. Okay. So, Riderville, be excited and be prepared, as our main man, LB, is saying. Just, oh, look at this. Chip in. Sorry, we got the Masters going on live right now. I better
that even-
count, hey? Yeah. Do you think of the same thing?
Did it get stuck between
pin?
yeah.
So he hit the pin and the pin pushed back and then came back and stuck. So it like lifted and
Oh,
stuck.
that
As
counts.
yeah, lots of good dusters out there.
Because the
today
pin
on
is supposed
course.
to, somebody's supposed to be there to move it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This guy, he's won a couple. Old lefty, they call him, Phil Mickelson. Of course, he chips in all the time. That's normal for him. Look at him. I'll put him at what? 2 under for old filthy Phil.
Have you seen that clip? Was it him or was it one of the other ones where
Or 2 over. Sorry.
he's
Everyone's
he's about to hit a shot, and then there's like the videos from the crowd, and there's the kid standing right there, and he's like, he turns to the kid, well, what would you do in this situation? Kid takes a look and like gives him like a perfect analysis of it, and then
awesome.
and then he makes the shot, and he's like, you can caddy for me anytime.
That's right.
And it's like a 9-year-old kid.
It's the reverse shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore, where
yes.
the caddy tells him 7 iron.
Yep.
Hits it, dunks it, goes 7 iron, eh? Well, you're fired. And just walks off. It
Yeah.
was the exact opposite of
Yes,
that.
exactly.
But Phil Mickelson, they call him Fig Jam. That's Phil's moniker. And it stands for F word, I'm good, just ask me.
Okay.
In case you're wondering what kind of guy Phil is. And Phil routinely, he would go into he'd hit in the woods, he'd hit these crazy shots and have like an impossible shot. And they're like, hold on a second. And he'll wait till cameras get set up. He'll be like, hold on, I'm not going to shoot yet. And the camera's like, you guys see this? Can you believe I'm going to hit this shot? I'm so crazy, man. Like he's all about himself.
Yeah.
And so that's been an ongoing joke for a while, but he has a lot of good rounds under his belt at Augusta. We got a couple of minutes left to go here on the Thursday edition of your show. I did want to recap one more time as I'm hanging out with LB, co-host of The Viewing Room with our sweet, beautiful dragon. And the latest episode up now for you is a Minecraft movie.
Yes.
And I want to do a little follow-up on that because my family, pretty much everyone but me, like my brother, my mom, my dad, my sister-in-law, all the nieces and nephews all went on Sunday. Said it's one of the best movies they've ever seen. And you guys did your big review, like recorded it right before all of that. And the numbers were sitting around $300 million through the weekend. Do we have any?
I haven't looked at it. I haven't seen much on budget updates, but
it does.
Apparently, the biggest updates I've seen was people, like, the theaters were making it so you had to have a parent with you because there was crowds of, like, younger people that were going by themselves and getting way too rowdy. So they're like, you have to have parents with you.
Hold on a second. Are we bouncing like 12-year-old kids now? Is that what's happening?
Apparently.
Holy jeez. So you can't go unless you got a parent.
I don't know if that's here. I think that was a BBC article, so it would be like...
It'll make its way. Well, and another sign about how huge this movie is.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, like, it's kind of disguises how poor it is by, you know, shoving your face full of references that if you play the game, you get.
Yeah. 1,000%. As I said, I compared it to the movie The Wizard back when we were growing up. We all loved Mario. The Wizard was our first chance to see footage of Super Mario Brothers 3. And so all the kids had to go, and all the parents were like, what the hell is this garbage? Like, why is Christian Slater talking to Fred Savage right now? And why is Jimmy Woods keep saying California? And then I found out later they filmed it in Drumheller, the T-Rex that I thought was in California forever that I wanted to go see. I've already been in.
Scotty the T-Rex.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. Sorry I interrupted. Did I throw you right off? I did. I got way too excited there. I apologize. I do want to give a huge shout out to Dawson. Dawson and Reed joined the show. Dawson is my dude, man. I love that guy so much. He gave it the most honest review score. I won't ruin it for you, but it was one of the highlights of the episode for me.
And I think we were all so surprised.
Yeah,
too.
because
like,
everyone praised it the whole way. Yeah, you chirped most of it, and then you gave it a decent review.
Yeah,
and
because again, here's the thing: it's all about enjoyment,
right?
That's right. And that's part of what we try and do is not, you know, movie critic style. Oh, well, they used this and that, and this was wrong, and blah, blah. You know, we try and make it, you know, more like, did you go to the theater and have a good time? Because that's what a movie's for. So I tried to play that in as much as possible. But
it was very, very fun. Yeah. Check it out. Out now, a Minecraft movie, The Viewing Room, with their latest review. There we go. Got Frankie going. Doing it. We're doing it. Woo.
I gave you way too much power with that thing.
Yeah, I know. I try really hard not to just abuse it constantly. Not like Network Ryan when he does CCO in here.
Yeah, he's just always playing with stuff.
And he's so good, but he's got one of those minds where he can, this is dedicated to this, I can do this, and he can do different things with this.
Multitasking.
So talented. Okay. Again, Masters continuing. Justin Rose, your leader, in at 7 under par. Scotty Scheffler, Canadian Connors, Corey Connors' real name. He was in at 4 under, as well as Scotty Scheffler. Very exciting times there. Bryson DeChambeau back down to 3 under. Rory McIlroy 2. Phil over. I think he's 2 over right now. Anyway, they're wrapping.
What do they do if there's a tie?
Playoffs. Well, every tournament's different. Some tournaments, like the U.S. Open, I believe, makes you go back and play a full 18 holes the next day. Some just go back to the 18th hole and just play that one over and over. Some go back to certain designated holes. The Masters, I believe they have a special one. I'm not going to say what it is because I would probably get it wrong, but worthy of Masters.
Okay.
That's why this is the greatest golf tournament on earth in the history of any golf tournament. Very exciting, so check that out. Stuff the Bus continuing for 1 more hour today. If you are on your way home, please stop by the Co-op at Center Mall and make a monetary or food donation. They have pre-made bags with the most needed foods and items inside ready to go for you. You can purchase it, drop it in the box, and off you go. Again, 1 hour to go to help our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. All the love going out to Lori and Deb and the rest of the team over there, as well as our friends at Rock 102. Brooksy's over there. Lots of our friends doing great, great things. We always talk about here. Do good things, and they start happening to you. That's how this entire network and studio was created. Another opportunity for you right there. So thank you to everyone involved with that. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to have another edition of your show. I want to give a special shout out to the Photo Prospector, by the way. talking with him, flirting with him more than talking,
Yeah.
and trying to do good things with him. And then hopefully we can start promoting him more because he is the greatest content creator on the internet, and he needs to be seen. All right, so remember that. Tomorrow, the Friday Fun Table will be in the house. Be sure to check it out. Until then, have an awesome, amazing rest of your Thursday tonight. Remember, karma's very real. Do good things, and they'll start happening to you. We love you. No.